ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بعد إن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله خير الهدي نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار.
تمام.
Today we talk about how to manage the conflicts at home and also the intimacy, the other thing. The main thing, brothers and sisters, is taqwa Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We mentioned this maybe in the first lecture, the second lecture, and this lecture in the future. Keep the issue of taqwa Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time. With your wife, with your husband, with your mudir, with your employee, with you, the maid, everyone. If there is taqwa Allah, inshallah everyone will be okay. But if there is shortage of iman, lack of iman, the person forgets iman, he remembers only the dunya, he focuses only on the dunya, then there is a problem. The shaitan controls the person when he forgets akhirah. So this is the main thing for the sisters. The main thing is taqwa Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will not beat your wife. If you fear Allah as a wife, you will not go to the court complaining your husband and creating accusations and wrong things. Because what is happening now, okay, of course, not all the time. The person goes to the court, the husband or the wife. Khalas. Sorry, they don't go to the court. The first thing they go where? To shaitan. You know what I mean by shaitan? What is the shaitan here? The lawyer. The lawyer. Of course, not all of them, for sure, yeah, not all of them. No doubt, yeah, it is good lawyer. But subhanAllah, many of them, they are shaitan. Because if he is telling you the truth, if he is telling you what is the correct thing, he will not gain money from you. This is the concept. Okay, but no doubt. The rule with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with those who deal with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you fear Allah, يَجْعَلْ لَكَ مَخْرَجًا. The things will be easy for you. Allah will give you the rizq. If you follow the shaitan, maybe you'll be happy for a short time. But later, punishment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we need fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to apply the rules of Allah. If there is fear of Allah, if there is taqwa Allah, what will happen? The man will not oppress his wife. If he is not happy, he will not live with this wife. This is the point, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِمْسَاكُ مَعْرُوفٍ أَوْ تَسْرِيحٍ بِإِحْسَانٍ. The fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the main thing. I mean, if there is any conflict, if there is any problem, we tell the husband, we tell the wife, please remember Allah wal yawm al-akhir. Fear Allah and remember the last day. If you enjoy the money in this dunya, for how long you enjoy the money? Okay, I know because they go to the, especially the women, they go to the lawyer, okay, immediately. You know, one lawyer, my friend told me there is a lawyer, a very famous lawyer here, a female lawyer. She says, she tells the woman, you pay 3,000, I can give you 10,000. Of course, from the husband. Okay, you give me 3, so the total 10. So 10 minus 3, so you will get how much? 7,000. She will be crazy. Okay, but this lawyer is very clear. Yes, she is shaitan, but she is a clear shaitan. How? She tells the wife, but please, don't tell me this is haram. Khalas. I will write fake papers, contracts. So you keep silent. Don't say anything. Don't tell me this is haram, this is halal. If you come to me, this is the deal. The deal, you give me 3,000, I give you 10,000 from your husband. That's it. I will do that. Where is the fear of Allah? They forget Dar al-Akhirah. So this is the main thing. This is the first point. The second point for the conflicts. Why people many times they fight husband and wife? Because of the last lecture, what we spoke about the last lecture, rights, duties, sah. If we don't know the rights and the duties, then there is a problem. Okay, so as the scholars say, al-ilmu nur, knowledge is light. If I know what is my right and what is my duty, I'll be okay. It doesn't mean we will not fight, but we are talking about the points to minimize the fight. This is very important. So, if you know your rights and your duties, and also the other side, the spouse, the husband and the wife, both of them, if they know, inshallah, the conflicts will be less. Because many times, why they fight? No, she should help me to pay the rent. She should take the children. They don't know the rights and the duties. She goes outside without permission. She did, subhanAllah. So, if you spend few hours, okay, you spend few hours reading the Islamic books or attending these lectures, okay, you gain the knowledge and inshallah it will be okay for both of you. Also, one of the main points also, remember what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَالصُّلْحُ خَيْرٌ. وَالصُّلْحُ خَيْرٌ. The settlement is better for you. Okay, as-sulh, to compromise, this is better for you. This is very important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, why? Because she's your wife, he is your husband. You spend maybe 2 years together, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, some of them. Okay, and I know some people, the divorce happened after 40 years or 50 years. I know after maybe 50 years, they divorced. Their children, grandfathers, their children. So they divorced after 50 years. Okay, so please remember this ayah in your life also. وَالصُّلْحُ خَيْرٌ. What is the meaning of sulh khair? Wallah, yes, I am the husband. And my wife did something wrong. Or she said something wrong. I am not happy. I am angry. Okay? Then I should remember this ayah, sulh khair, to compromise. Yes, she has to do this or she has to say that. But she did not. Okay, she did not did her duties toward me. I should accept that. I should forgive. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَالصُّلْحُ خَيْرٌ. When you accept the excuse, when you compromise, this is better than asking do you right and fighting, going to the court and doing more problems. So you should defeat the shaitan. And don't go with the shaitan. The shaitan tells you, yes, this is your right. You have to insist asking your right. This is the problem. No, this is your right. Please, brothers and sisters, you should realize, we have to realize in this life, we should not ask our rights in everything. Some people, always it is a competition. Always it is a challenge. Even if they go to here, for example, you go to Mbaraki, the market, the fruits, vegetables. No, it should be 1 dinar. He said for maybe 1 dinar and a half. No, this is 1 dinar. He's cheating. The Jamiyyat is cheating. Why you are trying to win any challenge or any competition? This is dunya. He's cheating you. He's cheating you. How much? Half dinar. Okay. What is the problem? Some people know they cannot accept that. Some people never. I remember when brother said, if I go to the shop for shopping, I have to go and check all the shops. Okay? Well, maybe after 10 or 20, I can save maybe half dinar. But you waste your time. He's ready to waste his time to spend maybe 2 hours. This is the problem. This is the problem. The shaitan cheating us. Don't waste your money, but waste your time. مشكلة. Okay, so always remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was sulhu khayr. Also one of the important points, we say البحث عن بديل. Try to find another solution. Okay, try to find another plan. We can understand this from hadith. A woman came to the Prophet ﷺ complaining the husband. This is one of the main hadith in the conflicts. This is very helpful, especially for the woman. She came complaining that my husband is miserly, stingy. إن زوجي رجل مسيك. Okay, he's very stingy. But he doesn't give us what is enough for us, which means he has money, but he's not giving us. Okay? The Prophet ﷺ said, خُذِي مَا يَكْفِيكِ وَوَلَدَكِ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Take from him what is enough for you, what is enough for you and your children, بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Okay, in a reasonable way. Please think and rethink about this hadith. If you remember what we mentioned last week, it is my duty as a husband to provide for the wife what? Food, accommodation, and clothes. So this is wajib. This is wajib. Okay. This husband is not providing that. Okay, so this is her right. And if the husband doesn't give, she can go to the court telling the judge, Wallah, he has to pay this and this. Then the judge will call the husband and he will ask him, do you have money or not? If you have money, why you are not paying? He has to make sure. Then if he makes sure, the judge, he will force the husband to pay. He will force him. For example, in Kuwait, they will check, Yalla, bring your paper, your blood and card. They force him. By law. So the Prophet ﷺ can't do that. He is the leader, he is the ruler, he is the judge. But the Prophet ﷺ went to another way. How? Take from him what is enough for you and your children in a reasonable way. That's it. And she left. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so we tell the husband, we tell the wife, please think in another way. Not to have a clash with your husband. Not to fight. Yes, he is wrong. Yes, I agree 100% with you. That he is wrong. The husband is wrong. But if you go directly to him, give me money, he will say no. Can you think in another way? Please give yourself a chance to think. This is the point, brothers and sisters. Think. Plan. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for you to find a solution for that. This is the point. But if there is anything, especially if there is any problem, immediately shouting, fighting, leaving the house. Okay, if you leave the house, how can you solve the problem? If you are so silent, how can you solve the problem? So this is a very important technique, brothers and sisters. Try to find another way. Try to find another way to solve the problem. Don't insist to knock the same door. Go and check the other door. For this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ told this lady not to come from another door. Jump from the window. To tell the wife, take from your husband the money without his knowledge. Okay? As if he's telling the wife, jump from the window, خلاص. Don't enter from the door. Use politics with your husband, with your wife. Also, one of the points, when you are in a trouble, really in trouble with your wife or with your husband, okay, and you do not find how to solve it with you discuss with your husband or with the wife. So now you feel that I need someone to help me. So immediately many people go to the family. Immediately, I go to my father, I go to my wife, my mother, and especially the wife. Immediately, she goes to the mother or the sister. Of course, no doubt, you cannot say don't consult anyone, but please choose someone who is wise. This is very important. And not necessarily that the mother is wise, because sometimes the mother or the father, they destroy your house. صح? Many times the problem from where? From the parents. Or sorry, I cannot say from the parents. It is from me because I asked them. I should not go to consult them. No, they are my parents. And I remember one of the problems, the husband and wife, they came to me and we sat together. So the husband said, no, I should tell my parents. Maybe you are, I think he's age about 50 years old or something. Why should you tell your parents? No, this is our tradition. If you think that your father is a wise man, okay, go and tell him. But not many times, but sometimes they are not wise. They don't have knowledge. And the problem sometimes they don't have the Sharia knowledge. They don't know the haram and halal. Okay, so how you give them the chance to guide you and they don't know halal and haram? This is wrong. So if you like to consult someone who is wise, please. And of course, no doubt, wise, who knows the Quran and Sunnah. He has knowledge from the Sharia. This is very important, please. Don't go and tell everyone. And also, before this point, consulting the others, you should discuss this issue with your spouse. If there is a problem, give yourself the chance to discuss this problem with your spouse. My husband has a problem, my wife has a problem. Okay, did you discuss this with him or with her? For many of us, no. I discuss this problem with a counselor or with another person before my spouse. Why? Go and tell him. Tell your husband, tell your wife about this problem. Discuss. If you remember the first lecture, we mentioned it is important to have a kind of discussion. You should have this as part of your life. The discussion. This is very important. You sit together, you discuss. Don't keep it as a secret. Don't accumulate the problems. This is a common problem. This is a very common problem. Then after maybe 10 years, the husband will count the problem. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you are hiding all of these problems for 10 years? Okay, tell me from the beginning. This is a common problem. This is a common problem. This happens many times when the brothers, especially the brothers, okay? Also, she has this problem. Okay, why do you not tell your wife about these problems? You are waiting your wife to complain. Okay, then I am ready. No, already I have the list. My list here in my pocket. If she goes to tell anyone, if she goes to a counselor, خلاص, my list is ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Why you have this way of thinking? Don't keep this list. If you write number 1 in your list, immediately discuss this problem with your wife. Why you are waiting? Okay, why you are waiting? There is a problem. You have something that you don't like. Okay? And it is bothering you. Tell your wife from the beginning, what is the problem? In a nice way, you can tell your wife. You can send her a message. You can't, maybe if you don't like face to face, okay, you go to the masjid and you call your wife from the masjid. Yeah, whatever. Don't keep this list. Khalas. No, maybe in the future. So you are preparing for the fight. Maybe in the future. Subhanallah, some people like that. They are expecting something wrong will happen in the future. They are waiting for the court. So I have to keep the documents. Wallahi, there is one, I know, there is one husband, but now he divorced his wife. Okay. And they put him in the newspaper, I think, or something, or in the media. Okay? Maybe 2-3 files, documents. He is waiting for this moment. He's waiting that his wife to go to the court. Subhanallah. Already he has this problem. He has a problem in his heart. Islam doesn't like anything like that. You should keep your heart clean, pure. Okay? If there is anything, immediately tell. I mean, if it is bothering you, if it is really a problem. Also, one of the points, al-wa'd. What does it mean wa'd? To remind the other person by mentioning the hereafter. Okay? Maybe the wife finds after marriage, maybe after 1 month, after 1 year, that the husband is smoking. Use the technique of al-wa'd. Remind him, oh my husband, wallahi, I love you, this, and mashallah, you are praying, but smoking is haram. You are not pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by smoking. When you smoke, you smell, you go to the masjid, this is bad. I mean, use the technique of al-yawm al-akhir, the last day. And the same thing, if the husband finds his wife that she's listening to music, watching the movies, okay, he can tell her from the Islam, the akhirah. Fear Allah, please. Remember Allah. What will happen if you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah asks you that you are watching the movies, listening to the music? What is your answer? You know this is haram. So use the way of tafkir bil yawm al-akhir. This is also a very important point. Also, one of the issues is don't delay, don't postpone. You find a problem, you keep silent. Inshallah tomorrow, after tomorrow, next year, 10 years, 20 years. Why? If there is a problem, solve it now. And as a general rule, if there is any problem, medical problem, financial problem, if you interrupt this early, interfere early, it will be easier to solve it. But if you delay, it will be more difficult. Like the diseases. If the patient has, okay, you go and you do your annual check. Every year or every 6 months, you go and you check your blood sugar, blood pressure. You find something in your blood sugar. It is borderline. What is the normal range for blood sugar? From 3 to 6 for fasting blood sugar. It is 6.5. Okay? Next time, after 1 year, it is 6.7. Still, it is a little bit high. And you ignore this high blood sugar. Why? Because it's okay. But what will happen? Maybe a time will come, after maybe 5 years, it is a problem with your eye, a problem with your fingers, okay? A problem with your kidney. Because you delay. Now it is a bigger problem. Now the big maybe you need only to control your diet. But now you need to do operation, you need to take medicine. So the same thing, the family problems. Okay? Try your best to start from the beginning. Okay. Also, don't fight publicly. For example, maybe you notice not sometimes, maybe rarely, you find they are shouting, the husband and wife, where? In the restaurant or in the supermarket. Okay? Don't do anything publicly, even at home. Don't do any fight in front of the children. Okay? Keep your respect. And don't show that you are shouting your husband or your wife in front of the children. Or in front of your parents or your family, her family. This is very important. Because you don't know, you don't know what will happen later. I mean, if you fight in front of your parents, or your friends maybe, or in the restroom. خلاص. Maybe something happened now. After that, tomorrow you are okay. 100% you are okay. But later, some people remind you, what happened after that fight? Okay, it is very bad for you and your wife. So try to keep it private if you have a fight. Okay, inside your room, lock the door. Okay, but you should know where's the key to escape. Don't forget the place of the key, because you need to escape sometimes. Also, one of the important points that if there is a discussion, don't jump to another issue. Yeah, for example, you are upset. Why? Because your wife comes late. You tell your wife, please go to the lecture, go to your friends, but you should be home before 10 p.m. For one time, 2 times, 3 times, she's coming at 10:30, 11:30. So, now he's telling the wife, many times I told you, you are not respecting me, you are not following my rules, please, I am giving you the permission. Then the wife said, also, last time you did this, this is wrong, this is wrong. Now we are talking about a problem. What is the problem? You are coming late. Why you are talking about last year when we traveled and you asked me for a gift, I did not buy you a gift. And also one time you beat me or something. Okay, this is wrong. Why? Because if I mention one problem, then my wife mention another problem, then I mention a third, fourth. At the end, you will not solve any one of them. Focus, خلاص. Focus on this problem. Let's finish this problem, then we discuss another one, inshallah. And try, I know it is difficult, but try your best. Show the love, show the respect. Sorry. When we say there is fight, there is conflict, it doesn't mean to shout. Okay, you can discuss this problem without shouting, without being angry. Yes, I'm not happy, but also don't be angry. So this is very important. Also, try to understand the point. Try to see this view or this point from the other side. Okay, because maybe I work in a place, she's working in a place. I need, yes, she's not listening to me, my wife. She's not obeying me. Why? Because there is a point. I should try to take a time to understand this problem from her side. This is very important because subhanallah the families are different. People are different. What do I mean? For example, if I have family, for example, here in Kuwait. I have my family here in Kuwait, and also my wife have family in Kuwait. And usually we have our visit every week, Friday. After the Jum'ah, we meet for lunch or for dinner. For my family, it is okay if I skip one Friday. It is okay if I skip 2 Fridays. It is okay if I go alone without my wife and children. You are relaxed. You can relax. It's okay. No one will say anything. My parents are okay. My brothers and sisters, they are okay. But my wife's family, totally different. They are very strict about this meeting. How? If you skip one Friday, immediately they call you. Where are you? You do not say. And if you don't come, they are angry. Or if you come alone without the children, where are the children? Okay? I think you have the experience, the same thing, Some families it is okay. You come without come, it's okay. But for some families, they are very strict about the weekly visit. So, if you maybe so now I say okay, yalla, this weekend let's go to the Jahu, for example. We go to for a picnic. So my wife said, no, sorry, I cannot. Why? Because she's thinking about her parents. I will create a problem for her. You know that this is my right. Okay? Am I forced to give the permission for my wife to go there weekly? It's okay, go visit your parents every day, but this weekend, no. I want you to be with me. So what is the point, brothers and sisters? Try to understand from the other side. Because if your wife don't go, if my wife doesn't go, if she doesn't listen, this will create a problem. And she doesn't like the others to speak about it. So try to understand it from the others. Okay? Of course, I don't mean always you'll find it as an acceptable excuse, but sometimes. Also, one of the points that don't be in a hurry to tell your family. Yes, I mentioned that you can consult someone who is wise. Maybe he's from your family or not from your family. But don't take this step immediately. Okay? You should delay this step, not from the first time. Not from the first time, as a general rule. And of course, there are what is mentioned in the Quran about when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about how the husband can treat or how to solve the problem, how to deal with his wife. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned number 1, الوعد, number 2, ضرب, number 3, الحجر في المضاجع, number 4, حكم من أهله وحكم من أهله. Allah mentioned these 4 steps. Number 1, وعد, to preach your wife if there is a problem. Number 2, الهجر, الضرب, to beat. But of course the scholars say when to be beating the wife, okay, it should be in a way like the siwak, something like this pen. You beat your wife. Okay? We don't mean Tyson boxing like this, huh? Or what you call this is Jackie Chan, karate, and these things. No. This is haram. Please. This is even haram with animals. You do this with your wife, this is haram. Not allowed. You should be careful. Okay? So the scholars mention beating, as the Prophet ﷺ also mentioned, وَلَا تَضْرِبِ الْوَجْهِ وَلَا تُقَبِّحْ. Don't beat the face. And many times, okay, the husband beats his wife and she needs a hospital. Subhanallah. Okay? So, الوعد, preaching. Number 2, beating. Number 3, الهجر في المضاجع. Okay? To avoid sleeping with the wife. Okay, maybe you go, maybe she's sleeping on the bed, you go to sleep in another bed. Or she's on the bed and you are on the ground or on the furniture. Or you are in another room. Please don't understand the ayah that I book a ticket and I travel to another country. Please don't understand that. But if you are using these steps, okay, and it is not working with you, they are not working with you, and please be sure, inshallah, if you are following the steps of the Quran and Sunnah, it will be fine. But what is the problem? People don't use the steps of the Quran and Sunnah. Sometimes people jump. They skip the first and second. Or they focus only on the second. Allah mentioned beating. Okay, khalas. It is only beating the Quran. This is wrong way. So follow the steps. Then, if these 3 steps are not working, if you went through them in a correct way, then you go to the 4th way. حكم من أهل وحكم من أهل. One from your side and one from her side. Here in Kuwait, we are doing this in the court. Okay, in the court, the Ministry of Justice, okay, they will choose one for you, one sheikh, and one for the wife. Okay, so the husband should explain to the sheikh, and the wife should explain to the sheikh, Okay? And then they decide. So we need to follow these steps. طيب. We have, as you know, we have two points this week, صح? What is the second? I know this is, you feel shy and many people avoid this issue. Number one, you should take it from the Quran and Sunnah. Take it from the Quran and Sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned something. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned something. Take it from the Quran and Sunnah. So, number one, when we speak about the sexual relationship, number one, when you have this relationship, Allah will reward you. You need the intention. The companions surprised, radiyallahu ta'ala anhum. They said, وَفِي بُضْعِ أَحَدِنَا صَدَقَةً أَجْرٌ. They surprised. They wondered, O Rasulullah, if I do my desire, my lust, Allah will reward me. I'm enjoying. It is enjoyment and also reward. He said, yes. What will happen if you do it in the haram way? He means the zina, the fornication. What will happen? He said, of course, this is a sin. So the opposite. If you do it in the haram way, it is a sin. So the opposite, if you do it in the halal way, it is a reward. So we need to remember this concept that having the relationship with halal, lawful, your wife, Allah will reward you. Allah will reward you. So this is number one, the intention. Number two, okay, for this relationship, remember what the Prophet ﷺ said, Bismillah. Allahumma jannibna shaytan wa jannib shaytan ma razaqtana. You start this relationship with Bismillah. Allahumma jannibna shaytan. Oh Allah, keep the shaitan away from us. وَجَنِّبِ الشَّيْطَانَ مَا رَزَقْتَنَا. And also, oh Allah, keep the shaitan away from what you will give us if you have children. If Allah gives you a child after this relationship, he will be protected from the shaitan. So remember Bismillah. Remember Bismillah as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Also, one of the points, it is strictly forbidden. Two things in this relationship, during the period and from the back. This should be clear. Wallahi, brothers and sisters, if you go and read or you hear some fatwa from the shuyukh, you will wonder that some Muslims are doing that. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Some Muslims are doing clear haram. This is strictly forbidden. This is against the nature. But they are doing this. Subhanallah. Like, some people are doing, astaghfirullah, like the people of Lut, alayhi salatu, the homosexual. One of the scholars said, if Allah subhanahu did not mention this in the Quran, I cannot believe that a man can do it with another man. I will not believe this. But Allah mentioned this in the Quran, so I have to believe that. So, wallahi, I feel very sorry when I read like these questions. Or someone sends like this question. Please, brothers and sisters, this is strictly forbidden. You should not allow this. Especially we tell the wives, don't allow this. Wallahi, some of the women, if the husband asks her this haram, she said, well, I cannot share. I don't know, Wallah, he forced me. Okay, astaghfirullah, I told him this is haram, but later, okay. But if the husband talks about a second marriage, she will kill him. صح? You agree? You are silent. You are afraid of that. Wallahi, this is a very common mistake. The wife gives the chance for the husband to do any kind of haram, but if you come to the issue of the second marriage, خلاص. she will do him what? She will make him as shawarma. You know shawarma? Please sisters, you should not compromise the religion. You should not accept a husband who is disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if he comes to the issue of marriage, second marriage, no, it is a disaster. You go to your family, you shout and you fight and you kill, you do everything. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Of course, I don't mean that, okay, go for second marriage. Okay, because the brothers here are happy. Some are happy. طيب, I should show you the camera. The sister should check the camera. Who's your husband and who's happy? صح? I'm not happy. Okay. طيب. This is wallahi, the husband is doing this. She's angry. Okay, the husband is not praying. She's okay. So how you accept to live with a husband who is not praying? Wallahi, this week. Okay, one sister, the husband is not praying. He prays, then he's off. But now when I'm telling him to pray, he gets angry. MashaAllah, he gets angry. Okay, if he goes for a second marriage, you will keep silent? Why you live with a husband who is not praying? Tell me, where is the khair? Or also the opposite. You live with a wife who is not praying. Okay, why? Wallah, she's the mother of my children. Then what? You live with someone who will be in the hellfire? You know, some scholars say she or he will be in the hellfire forever because they are not praying. How? Some scholars said he is kafir or she is kafira. Okay, imagine you live with a person that, wallahi, I am in doubt. Wallah, he is Muslim or not Muslim. Astaghfirullah. Or if you take the opinion that he is Muslim but he is very bad Muslim. شنو هذا؟ الله المستعان. Okay, so please, brothers, sisters, this is strictly forbidden to have the relationship. Okay, during the period, haram. The hadith authentic. Okay, and also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, ويسألونك عن المحيض قل هو أذى فاعتزلوا النساء في المحيض ولا تقربوهن حتى يطهرن. They ask about the mahid, the period. وأذى, it is something like a filth. The blood, not the wife. وَلَا تَقْرَبُهُنْ حَتَّى يَطْهُرْنَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't approach them. Okay, what is the meaning? Don't approach them. We can understand this ayah from the hadith. It means the relationship, only the sexual intercourse is haram. But to be with your wife, to sleep with your wife, it's okay, halal. But what is haram? Only the relation. This is the haram. And the other thing, to have it from the back. Okay, and sorry, I should be clear. What we mean from the back, it means from the back open. This is haram. But as it came in the relations, you come to your wife from the back, from the front, but from the opening of the child, this is halal. Sorry, but I need to make it clear because some people misunderstand. And also, Ramadan coming, brothers, okay? Ramadan, be careful, please. Take a vacation, you go to Makkah, stay in Makkah 1 month. This is a good solution. Okay? But your wife will tell you, no, you stay here in Kuwait with the children, I will stay in Makkah 1 month. Good idea. Okay, you or your wife. I'm joking. You should be careful in the morning of Ramadan. While fasting, no doubt, this is strictly forbidden to have a relationship with your wife. You are destroying your fast. This is the major sin. One of the sisters, she asked about, she's newly married, maybe last week, okay? Generally we don't prefer the marriage to be before Ramadan, or during Ramadan or before Ramadan, for the youth. Make it after Ramadan, may Allah give them the sa'ad, the happiness. So before Ramadan, in 3 weeks. So what is the limit? And يعني جزاه الله خير, the sister يعني sorry يعني this sister asked me, but she should ask another lady يعني these sisters don't ask the sheikh anything. And for some issues you ask another sister, and alhamdulillah we have a knowledgeable people, sisters. يعني no need to ask Ahmed. No need to ask Ahmed. So the issue is, if you can control yourself, and there is a hadith that a man came to the Prophet ﷺ, asked him about kissing my wife in Ramadan. He said okay. Another man came asking kissing the wife in Ramadan. He said not okay. Why? Because the first one, he was an old man, and the second was young. Why? Because usually, not always, usually, not always, the old man can control himself, and the young cannot. Again, usually, not always, because some, I know, brother, he's old, now he's more than 70. But subhanAllah, this is his body. This is his desire. He's taking the things to, because with age, so he's taking the natural thing, the honey and the royal jelly and these things, subhanAllah. So the point is, do you control yourself or not? So if you know yourself that you can't control, because Aisha said, radiyallahu ta'ala, وَأَيُّكُمْ أَمْلَكُ لِإِرْبِهِ, the Prophet ﷺ was kissing during Ramadan while fasting, but the Prophet ﷺ was controlling himself. Who can control himself like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Okay, so this is very important. So if I know myself that I can control, okay, do like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But if I know that I cannot control myself, it is not only one step, because this is still immediately it will go to the second step, then the haram. So please save yourself. Stay away. Stay away, please. And we tell the wife, please help your husband. Help your husband. Because this is مشكلة كبيرة. You know شو مشكلة كبيرة? Or you don't know? It is 2 months. It is fasting 2 months. About 60 days, maybe 58, 59, 60. You did not control yourself within 1 month, so how can you control yourself 2 months? So please, control yourself. Okay? Do the things, maybe during the month of Ramadan, of course in the morning you go to your job, then afternoon, stay in the masjid. Go stay in the masjid, read the Quran. And during the night, it is halal, alhamdulillah. It is halal. So you should know yourself. You should know yourself. And of course also during the Hajj. The Hajj, this is a bigger mushkila also, during the Hajj. If you are in the state of Ihram, this is strictly. And also in Hajj, or Rumh of course, or Rumh, if you are in the state of Ihram. This is more strict than fasting, because fasting, it's okay to kiss the wife or the husband. This is okay. But in the Hajj, no. Even this talking with your wife about the relation, this is not allowed. So it is very strict in the Hajj, in the state of Ihram. And there are more rules, of course. A very important point, brothers and sisters, I should feel shy, but also I should say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرْ كَالْأُنْثَى. Maybe we should stop recording. وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرْ كَالْأُنْثَى. The man is not like women. The female is not like male. His desire is different than her desire. We should know this, brothers and sisters. We should know this. Subhanallah. And also, what is also important, I mentioned this maybe last week or the week or the first. Sah? I mentioned this ayah, that the man is not like women. Sah? We mentioned this point. Now, we like to focus this in the relation. The man is not like the woman, and the men are not the same. The women are not the same. And I think I mentioned this point. It is haram to compare, and also, to watch the movies. Because some people, they watch the haram movies, and they want to apply. They watch together the movies, and then the man tells his wife, "Yalla, do the same." Astaghfirullah. Wallahi, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Yani one woman, I think I told you, one woman, she said, "My husband graduated from Sharia. He's watching the movies. He's asking me to do the same." What kind of thinking this is? So please don't watch the movies. This is haram. And also, when you sit with your friends, because sometimes now I'm newly married, and my friends, maybe one of them married for 1 year, the second 3 years, 4 years. So now I should go and I take the experience from them. What kind of experience you take from them? He's married 1 year, 2 years, and they 3 years. What kind? Even if he's married for 20 years. We are not the same. We are not the same. Please remember, we are not the same. Men are not the same. The man is not like the woman, and also the men are not the same. The women not the same. Every single man is different. One of the sisters was saying that the husband there is a problem. She felt, or she was saying there is a problem. Why? Because we are newly married, and for 1 week we don't have a relation. So what she's thinking that maybe I'm not making him happy, or he has another thing. Okay, so what is the problem if you don't have the relation for 1 week? No, we should have the relation every day or every other day, because we are newly married. Okay, from where this concept? For sure, this sister took this experience from the mother or from the friends. For sure. This is wrong, please. For the men, the men are different. Some of the brothers, they can't control themselves. Khalas. They can travel for 1 month or 2 months, okay, without thinking with his wife. But subhanAllah, for some of the brothers, no, they cannot. If he's going to travel, he should take his wife. He should, khalas. No, my wife will be with me. Hajj, Umrah, or if you invite me for a lecture, if he's from another country, I should bring my wife. You book a ticket for me as a sheikh, and also you should book a ticket for my wife. Some brothers like that, subhanAllah, this is his wedding. Okay, so please, I'm emphasizing this point because there are problems happen because people don't understand. The husband has something in his mind, the wife has something in her mind. From where? From the media, from the friends, from the mother, from the families, or from what? From experience. What do I mean by experience? Maybe she was married, or he married and his wife passed away, or he divorced his wife, and also she's divorcing. So now the wife, after divorce, and now she has another husband, now khalas, automatically she is comparing it should be like the first husband, or the same thing the husband. This wife should be like the previous wife. Okay, this is totally wrong. This is totally wrong. Please, what should we do? Okay, also the scholars, if you go to the books of tafsir, the scholars discuss. Books of tafsir and fiqh. How many times we should have the relation? Okay, different opinions. Okay, some scholars say it should be once every 4 months. Why? Because there is something called حكم الإله للذين يؤلون من نسائهم تربص 4 أشهر. Okay, what's in يؤلون? يؤلون if the husband said, by Allah, I will not approach you. If the husband said to his wife, by Allah, I will not approach you. Okay? Then, of course, this is haram. Because this is her right to have the relation. This is the right. Please, also this is another point. That many people think that the relation, this is the right for the husband, not the wife. No, it is for both. The husband the man has the desire, and also the wife has the desire. So the judge will give him 4 months. The judge will tell the husband, sure, I will give you 4 months. Okay? If you say, by Allah, I will not approach my wife, I will give you the chance 4 months not to approach your wife. So during these 4 months, you have to think. Either you do it with your wife, you give your wife the right, or after 4 months, مع السلامة, divorce. But to live like that, okay, without giving your wife the right, no, it's not allowed. So some scholars said once every 4 months. Some scholars said it should be once every purity time. During the month, the woman will have 6 days, about 6 days, plus minus 2, as period. And 24 days, the purity time. So every purity period, there should be at least once. Like that. And some scholars said, وَعَاشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, how to live with your spouse? بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. In a reasonable way. So the newly married, not like 30 years married. صح? They are the same? No, not the same. Okay? So it should be in a reasonable way. The husband should do what makes his wife satisfied, and also the wife should provide what can make the husband satisfied. Because this is one of the goals of marriage, which is to satisfy the desire. We cannot deny this point, please, brothers and sisters. We should be clear. This is one of the points of marriage. The marriage, not only to have children and we raise them, also one of them, the relation. As we mentioned the hadith, if you do it in the halal way, Allah will reward you. Also, one of the points, it is not allowed to speak to your friends, to your family members about the bedroom. Please, this is wallahi a big shame and haram. This is haram. Okay, in the morning I go to my friends or the woman, the wife, to her friends or her sisters and mother to speak about the relationship. No, please, no way. Don't say anything about that. Don't mention anything about that, please. This is strictly forbidden. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet came in hadith, this is like shaitan. Okay? Those who speak about this relationship, like the shaitan who met another shaitan and then they speak publicly. Also one of the issues, please, brothers and sisters, the fiqh issue about the ghusl. After having the relationship, ghusl is wajib. Taking shower is compulsory. Ghusl janaba. Even if there is no inzal, as it came in the hadith. إذا جلس بين شعابها الأربع مس الختان ختان أنزل أو لم ينزل. Okay, if there is inzal, what's mean inzal? Semination. Okay, if there is semen, there is no semen, you have to make shower, to take shower. You as a husband and you as a wife. We have to know our religion, please, brothers and sisters, because many of them don't know. They go outside without ghusl. Why? Because they say there was no sin. It was like that. At the beginning of Islam, it was like that. It was not compulsory. It is enough to do the wudu. You wash the private part and you do wudu. But later, it is wajib to make ghusl. It is wajib to make ghusl.